Hey guys, welcome back to another Moondog Trading video. Tonight's video, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on Bitcoin. We talked about Tesla, we talked about PLTR possibly making moves, in which they did. They both did. Those were stocks that, if you guys check me out on Twitter, Moondog Trading on Twitter, you'll see that how we predicted those moves months and months and months in advance, from the lows to where we are now, pretty much. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. And guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is just my opinion, educational purposes only. If you watch yesterday's video, you could see when I went on Twitter and kind of showed some of that stuff. But anyways, guys, right now we're on the Bitcoin chart. This is a daily chart. So each candle represents a day. This green line you see here is the moving average. Right now, guys, the longer Bitcoin trades sideways, and the more we cannot get above this 65,000, like I was telling you, and hold on a higher time frame, the more chances has to roll over. Okay. So right now, the market's just kind of look at these daily candles, guys. It's ranging. I mean, this is not. These are each candle's a day, and look how small they are. I mean, you can barely see them. It's just trading sideways. So right now, you're kind of waiting for the market to give us a direction. So we're going to know by tomorrow, within the next 2 days, guys. Tomorrow is going to be a big day. Tuesday and Wednesday are both going to be big days for Bitcoin. We're going to find out if this thing's going to roll back over and start to trade back down in this lower $50,000 area, or we could trade back up here in this higher $60,000 area. We'll know within the next couple days, guys. Right now, it's not looking good. It's looking like it's about to roll over. The longer this trades sideways, the worse it's going to get for it to go down. The bigger the potential is going to be. So just keep your eye on Bitcoin. Right now, just stagnant. I think the market is kind of holding it up right now. The market's doing pretty decent. So it's kind of just, holding Bitcoin at a standstill. And if you guys watched my video from the other day, I showed how we're coming out of that hash pattern as well. So if that stands correct and history repeats itself, then we could see, in the future here, one more pullback, and then, that big move to the upside, all-time highs after that. So we'll just keep an eye on it, and we'll see how this plays out. But right now, Bitcoin literally has done nothing, in the last couple days since last week. So let's just keep an eye on it and see what happens here. It's not really giving us any direction until it starts to break down under 62,500, and then we can see it, start to test the 57 area and down here in this lower range. Okay. But for right now, above 65,000 on a higher term time frame, above 65,100, then yeah, this thing could move back up, test this trend, and possibly higher to break all-time highs. Okay, so that's what we're looking at direction-wise. All right. Tesla, guys, we talked about Tesla yesterday, and we talked about, this possibly going up a little bit higher. And now we're starting to get, once we talked about maybe, adding some of your position at 244, just because we expect it to go a little bit higher here. We probably could get up to about 160, test this trend line. Keep an eye on it in this green area. I drew like a green box. If you guys look at my Twitter, you can see how a lot of this, I'll show you guys. I left the chart. The reason there's a lot of noise on this, you can see where I drew my gap. I called this back here when we tested that we were going to drop, and this was our buy zone down in this area, which we were buying down in this area, guys. Okay, and then we waited for this area to break, and then off to the races, and then we made a nice 80 something percent trade there, and then we bought back in on the retest of the 618 right here at 183. So we wrote it up, sold it, short, boom, back down, boom, went back up. Okay, so okay, we'll do this. All right, so we made from that, 83%. So we made an 83%. I knew it was in the 80s because I have it on my portfolio, but yeah, that was a good one, man. That was a good one, and now we're currently up on this one. Where are we here? We're currently up on this one. Uh, 36%. Actually, I got in a little bit like right. I waited for the confirmation on this next candle. So I think I'm up like in the 20s, in the 20% range. But it's still looking good, guys. Look for the, what is it? 256 to 270 and test this trend line, which is coming in around 260. So let's keep an eye on this. If there is a nasty candle that gets rejected here, I'll do a video on it. Until then, more upside on Tesla. Okay, more upside on Tesla. Now we're going to move on to PLTR. And guys, we talked about PLTR. We talked about I liked it. It was going to go higher, possibly at least testing this 39.58 area. Once we get up into this green box, this is the danger zone here. So we could look for maybe a move like this. I don't know why it says that, but we'll just leave it. Where's my marker? Right here. So it could be, I drew this out a long time ago, how we were down here and I did something like this where it retested. I'm not that great at drawing, but it's kind of hard to draw on this thing. But I'm thinking about something like either like this, rejected, retest this area and then higher. But we'll always have to see once it gets rejected in this area, or it could blast through on some good news. Who knows? But, we'll see how the market reacts in this area, guys. If you see a nasty, a nasty red candle, maybe like a hammer or something bearish, right? Something that just looks nasty, a nasty pattern, nasty candle, something like that, that is signaling more downside, then that's when we'll look to get out of that, because then we know, okay, the rejection's happening. But it is a little top heavy, guys. It's a little top heavy now. We've been riding this thing a long time. If you follow my Twitter or follow me on Stock Tweets, I'm the Gunslinger. You can see where I posted it a long time ago, 4 or 5 months ago. We posted all this. 14, look, it came up, retested my 14, the 618 fib, the gold pocket area, $14, $13 area, took right off. We drew the trend when it was back here, exactly how it was going to move. And everything's worked out perfect with these trades. Tesla, the same thing. We had our buy zone. We waited for this buy zone. I wrote tick, 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 tick. We even tested the 200 mark on my line right here. Everything just worked out perfect in this trade. Now, if this trend does break and it does get above 271 on Tesla, you could be looking at this $299 to $314 area, guys. So keep an eye on that. Let's see how that plays out. So we got our plan for PLTR. We have our plan for Tesla and Bitcoin. This is not looking good, guys. But it's Bitcoin. So right now it's just kind of a waiting game. If it starts to make new lows and it starts to roll, we're going to know right away, because this thing is not looking good. The fact that it could not get back above this 200 and it's not making the moves that we want to, usually that's a signal of weakness. When it starts getting in this area, starts trading sideways, eventually it'll roll over. Once stocks or Bitcoin or anything you're in a chart and you're at highs like this, guys, well, you're trying to break the previous high and it's going sideways like this, the longer it goes sideways, the more likely it is to roll over, so just keep an eye on that. Right now, Bitcoin is not looking good, but then again, it's really not doing anything. So the market we have to wait for the market to give us a direction. Okay. Right now there's a tug of war candle right here as the high. So it's kind of like, it's back and forth. So that's why they call it a tug of war candle, because it's just right in the middle there. But it's not looking good. Next 2 days, guys. Next 2 days we'll come back. We'll revisit Bitcoin. I'll revisit it tomorrow, but because tomorrow could be a big day as well, because this thing can either go up or it's going to tank within the next day or two. So we'll keep an eye on it. And that's what we're going to do with Bitcoin, guys. So I think that's it for tonight's video. If you guys want me to chart anything, leave it in the comments. We'll do it. I think we charted, what was it, PNG the other day? Let me look. I don't remember. It was PNG. Yeah, robotics. What did we say here? We did. We broke above here. I said there could be a little bit more on this, and it just gave us a little bit more. But this is kind of, I don't like that candle. But then again, this is one of those candles that it could go, it could go either way. More likely down because it's red, but I've seen it go either way. They like to play tricks on you sometimes in this area, but it doesn't look good. The fact that it came back down and closed under this, let's check out some of the indicators. I mean, everything's okay. Let's check out a 12-hour real quick. Try to base it on the. I mean, maybe just a little bit more downside here. Let's see. Let's see what we got. 1 hour. So maybe a little short-term move to the downside and maybe continuation to the upside. So maybe a little short-term pump down here. That's a bigger move. 167, guys. You want to see 167 hold up on this one. Okay. 167, hold up on that. If it can close back above this 173 and hold on a higher term time frame. See right here, that's a 4 hour. I'm sorry. Right here on the daily, we attempted it and failed. That's a bad sign. We always talk about holding and closing above here and then using this area as support because resistance will flip into support. So just remember that, guys. It's a little trick there. But yeah, it's back down in this area. So it could be maybe breaks this area at 167. It could test this trend. But I think that's it for tonight's video, guys. Listen, much love. Make sure you guys sub to my channel, please. Leave some comments, something you guys want to chart. Say hi to me, whatever you guys want to talk about down there. Please hit the thumbs up so I can keep making these videos for you guys. And let's keep making money together. Listen, guys, much love and peace out.